Hello, my dear Pisces. This is your love and spirituality reading for the time between November 16 to November 30, 2016, with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. So, we'll start shuffling your cards. November 16 to 17, we will have the Leonids meteor shower that was last seen in its greatest magnitude in 2001. It has a yearly shower in November, but peaks every 33 years, where hundreds of meteors per hour can be seen. The waning gibbous moon from the full supermoon November 14 will block the fainter meteors this year. In 2001, the meteors could also be seen in sunset and sunrise, and it was really beautiful, and I took a lot of pictures of it actually, so check it out. November 29, we will have the new moon, but it will be in daytime. So, I call the divine with love and light. I call the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world. And I call the 6 elements, earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether, to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Pisces viewers. I want my dear Pisces to have love in their life and to find themselves in loving relationships, and also want you to have creative success and find yourself walking on the highest path towards your highest destiny. So it was already finished there, so we'll just tune in a little bit. So this is your future. This is the now, and here's the past. The now is probably the last part of November 2016, but whenever you watch this is probably the exact right time to see it, even if it's prior or after. So the first card here for you is Ace of Wands. So Ace of Wands it's a powerful card, and I have seen it in many of the readings now. So it usually is this kind of force that comes after something has been really traumatic or really hard. You have been forced to go through kind of trial by fire. And it's a very highly potent energy card. It's the second highest energy card in the whole deck, despite the sun. So this is like a magnified sun's rays. If you use a magnifying glass, you can actually make things caught fire. And this is the kind of energy that is in the Ace of Wands. And it's also kind of growth. So it's the kind of growth, the new kind of very fresh growing that comes after this kind of forest fire. The very, very unusual flowers. That their seeds need the heat to bloom. So it's something very unique that's making its way here to your life, Pisces. And we have the castle here in the distance. The castle is a symbol for yourself, for your full self, your total being, like all the rooms that you have, all the people that you have inside of your in your own universe, because every person has are their own universe. If you think of how we are being built by cells and go down to atoms is like solar systems, and even in atoms there's not much materia. It's most space. So you are a tremendous beautiful universe that has a lot of solar systems within you, that's actually building up cells and building up your different parts of you to be a total being. So this is a new beginning for you, a new energy. It's a metamorphosis that you have gone through. You see it in the butterfly in the picture that has the coloring that's of death in this deck. So something has been very hard, but it came out really beautifully. It went to be a new beginning. What you thought was a destruction was actually a new beginning for you. So it's very beautiful here. Okay, the next card is Eight of Pentacles. So Eight of Pentacles is kind of working on something, being very willing to put down the energy that's needed to reach your goal. It's a very pure and beautiful willingness to do whatever it takes to make things better. So if you have a relationship or a project that you have started, maybe prior to this event here, it's still on. It's kind of still on, even if it's a new beginning. It's something that you need to continuously work on, and of course to continue to work on purifying your own universe and kind of finding yourself, this castle, kind of exploring more and more about yourself. Yes, here you have just the Six of Cups, and it was little what I sensed with the Eight of Pentacles. That's something from the past that you are still supposed to work on. You are still supposed to try to heal it, to try to fix it. It can be old relationship from past, also from prior lifetimes. It can also be events from your childhood. How you can kind of heal and fix things in the now that was happened in the past. If you can actually change the past with your own thoughts about things. You can heal your past with finding like another view on what's happening, and actually also meeting people from the past and maybe repairing old relationships and also things that should have been beautiful but wasn't, now has a chance to become very beautiful. It's like a second chance you get with this card. So it's a very beautiful thing. It's about healing your inner child and finally giving this thing to your inner child that it has always needed, but you maybe couldn't get your needs met. So now when you're an adult, you can, with your own energy and your own personal growth and personal work, fix this, make it happen so that your inner child can travel, heal, and doesn't have to do the same kind of trauma over and over again, because this is a new beginning, but it's still working on something old, but you are doing it in a totally new way. So there's a lot of hope here for you not making the same mistakes as you might have done in the past. So here we also have a Queen of Cups that might symbolize you, Pisces. A beautiful person that's very in tune with their emotions, and it's beautiful connected to this card. She is looking into the chalices to see herself, to understand more about herself. Here we have a well, that's kind of the divine, giving information through your emotions and through your like your inner voice. A child is very close to their inner voice, and they know how to connect to the divine. But if the grown-ups in their surrounding doesn't really hear them or take notice of their inner voice when the children try to express something or want something or feel something, and you are not really listened to, then you can kind of forget how to listen to your inner voice. But this Queen of Cups, it's kind of a continuation of this, being able to actually have a beautiful contact with your inner voice. So it seems like you have this beautiful contact, and also this beautiful cooperation also with the divine. Here's depicted as this crow. Maybe it's some other name with it. In Swedish it is korp, but here it's something else. So it's kind of a continuation with this work, being very close to your source, being very close to your spirit, being very close to working together with the divine, also getting a lot of messages through your feelings, through your waters in your inside, through your universe. The different part of your inner universe can come with prayers to you, and that is like you hear it like maybe pain or a thought that's very persistent. So you need to check it out. You need to be the god of your universe and try to listen to all the prayers. Don't say, oh, I don't want to listen to your prayers, it's hurtful, you're hurting me. They are sending this energy, this strong energy, because they want to be listened to and for you to hear the message. And it seems like you are getting this here. It's a beautiful picture about healing and coming in tune with yourself. And she's actually sitting in the same level as the ocean that's coming up here, and probably making her dress wet, but she's not really concerned with that. She's so okay with her emotions, because she has now understand that they are a communication system. So it seems like you have a beautiful, beautiful connection here with the divine, and working together with them, being very in tune with listening to every message that comes. And here you have a Seven of Swords. That's a total different energy from what I've seen here. Seven of Swords is kind of not wanting to listen to their message, but kind of harvesting the work of others sometimes, and just skate above the reality. So this can sometimes happen when we have a very emotional partner, and the other partner might not be so emotional. So the not emotional partner lay the burden of responsibility for both emotions and the responsibility for the relationship and everything on the more emotional partner. So this is a great thing. If you don't want to be in contact with your emotion, you can suppress them and make some other person feel them instead. So it's kind of not taking responsibility. It's also sometimes it can be a very bad self-esteem, like you don't think that you can accomplish things, and a feeling of not being so brave. This is very brave. This is very vulnerable and open, and trying to find the truth of things, like why is everything happen? What am I supposed to do? What is my next step? So it's like being very eager to do the right thing. This is something else. This is more like trying to take control over things yourself, because you feel like you don't have any support from the divine or your surroundings. So you think that you need to take responsibility for yourself, and it's kind of, you're doing it on a level where every man for themselves. So it's a bit egocentric, and it's a bit hopeless, like you don't think that there's any support for you. So it might be a different energy coming in here, but it's what's ending this storyline here of the new beginning. It ends with some kind of hopelessness, but it's a rather happy smile on this person anyway. For me, he looks a bit smug, like he has calculated something, or made the other person do the work for them, and just harvest their energy. So it's a bit of a feeling of a person that's kind of taking gratitude for other people's work in this case. Okay, so we'll see. Next card is underneath Ace of Wands is Ten of Pentacles. It can be something with housing or a place of value. Ten of Pentacles is a beautiful place of value where you can get your needs met. It can be a wonderful house that's kind of taking care of you, shelter you from the rain and from the storms and from the sun, and give you warmth and a comfortable place. It can be your bedroom. It can be the kitchen where you have food. It can be your family surrounding you, giving you what you need. Friendship, it can be also marriage, having grandchildren, pets, things like this. Things that make you feel like life is worth living. So you have a new beginning and things that make life worth living. So it might be that you have found like a new goal for this energy to be aimed towards. So you want to work like really good and do the best you can to create this beautiful future. And it seems to be well on its way, or already there, because this is a 10. So 10 is a completion. So it seems like yeah, it can be like you have bought a new house, or you're building your new house, or you're getting a group of new friends. You have taken a relationship to the next level. You have got a new occupation, whatever it can be. That's kind of a place of value where you get your needs met. So, and it's very compatible with the Eight of Pentacles. That's you putting in a lot of energy for this to happen. So it seems like you have manifested this in spite of the energy here with the kind of hopelessness or not having enough self-esteem, or someone maybe trying to gain from your success. But here we have a Ten of Swords, and this is kind of the Death card in Minor Arcana. So it's the old backbone, the old way of being is totally lost, and everything is kind of dead, despite of the owl here and the flower. So it's something with the old ways that's totally gone, and it might be a very positive thing, but it's also like you need to check your surrounding a little bit. Since you had also the Seven of Swords, I don't want you to be kind of backstabbed by your surrounding, or you putting in a lot of energy to make things better, and to you're working really hard, and then something comes and destroys it all. So be a bit mindful, be a bit awake. The Ten of Swords is often like also old way of thinking is now gone, so it's you can have a new way of thinking. So it might be really hopeful, even though it doesn't look like this, but it can have something to do with this new dawn, that something needs to be sacrificed and done with for you to be able to have this. Because maybe you or sometimes it can be, if you are cross-watching, sometimes you can feel like, well, that's not the Pisces being that victimized, it's me. So it can be the other way around as well. But it might be that you are working really hard to make a better future for yourself, but you have people in your surrounding kind of telling you that it's a no-go, you won't be able to succeed, why are you working so hard, why are you so naive, do you think that it's going to go well this time, it's always go bad for you, kind of so maybe you need to surround yourself with people that's more enthusiastic and not judge yourself so much. And maybe it's also you have opened up to being more optimistic and actually being in a beautiful creation process, but you might have a bit of a rest of this all judgmental quality, where you kind of want to be like this crow that's kind of always saying, sitting on your shoulder, saying bad things, like this is not going to go well. This is, of course, a picture of the divine, but this came to me right now that for some of you, you have like, in Sweden, we say that you have a bad luck raven. Yeah, this is raven. Bad luck raven on your shoulder that's kind of nagging at you and saying, oh, this is going to be like this, and this is not going to go as well as you believed. Sometimes you have that kind of person within you, like a foot, but you might also have it like on your outside, like a person not really supporting what you are trying to do here. So be mindful of that. Maybe lessen the time that you spend in those kinds of crowds, and try to relocate a little bit to people that actually support you and align with your dreams, because you don't need those bad luck ravens on your shoulder telling you what's going to go wrong, because this might scare you and abrupt the creation process. Problems will always arise, but problems are there to be solved. And when you have solved a problem, you can be proud of yourself and your capacity. So problems isn't a bad thing. They are there to kind of make you feel like you can do something, make you feel like you can accomplish something, make you feel like you are a person that can have this stamina to withstand things, and it's experience. Most of all, it's experience. But in this case, it can be that you are maybe surrounding yourself with people that's not so supportive, or you are kind of unsupporting to yourself, and therefore you are kind of magnetizing this situation, because if you have the voice in your head like telling you this will never work, you will also find people on the outside that will say this will never work, or kind of making fun of you or your stride, whatever. But it seems it's something it's like a little touch of this, so it's not a big thing, I feel. This is the Four of Wands, so it's much about housing and stability and working to have kind of a platform in your life, more like you can find you are building yourself a home, maybe inside your body, maybe on the outside, like a house or a relationship or a workplace, whatever, where you can thrive and you can feel this connection with people, this bonds among people, which you can really feel that they are on the same level as do you. So you don't have to defend yourself against them all the time, but you can actually feel supported instead. So it's up to you to choose which crowd you're in. When you are a child, maybe you can't choose your parents or your relatives or your siblings, but when you get older, you have the choice. You can make a choice. You don't have to withstand people that's kind of not supportive. So try to find a crowd that's supportive and believe in you and believe that you can accomplish this, because maybe you are going to fail. That's always an option. But to have the support during the process where you are trying to manifest something, and if it goes bad, you still have the support, and they say try again, do this, we try this. So this is how you want it. You don't want people around you saying, well, you're going to not succeed, and then laugh when you are failing. That's not the crowd you need to be in, okay? So here you have the moon, and it comes underneath the Queen of Cups. And I said to you, she's very in line with their emotions and the tide. So, you know, she has this emotions going like so and so, and with the moon's phases, the temperament or the emotions are kind of fluctuating. So you might be very over emotional, you can say, during this time, but it's a good thing because it's magnified with this magnifying glass for you to see certain things that you need to see, for you to be able to face your fears. And to face them both within you and on the outside of you, so that you can be aware of what's happening. You can be aware of hurtful things that you say to yourself, hurtful things that other people say to you, things that you fear of the future, this lack of confidence where you think that you can't accomplish things. It might be an old way that you have, that you think that you will always fail, and fail is okay. Is this beautiful saying that the master has failed more times than you have even tried. So that is what I mean with, yes, you might fail, it might not go well, but it's okay. It's another experience, and then you try again, and you will be better at it every time, and eventually you will be a master. So then you can accomplish anything. So it's needed to be like rise and shine, like get up on your feet, even if it's you can be sad for a while and be like a little depressed if something didn't work out, but then you go up and you try again. So it's no giving up here, but this can be you being very emotional, and as I said, that's good because that's magnifying your feelings, so you actually can get a hold of them and find out what's the fear all about, and write down all the insights that you are getting with this, all the insights that's coming from those magnified feelings, because they are magnified, you know, like an ambulance siren to make you have this attention, so you can really see what's going on, because emotions that's really like screaming, they want your attention for some reason. It's not just to torment you. So underneath the Seven of Swords, this a person not really wanting to take responsibility. We have a totally change of course. This is Page of Pentacles. This is the opposite. So maybe people in your surrounding will have a change of heart, or they will actually follow your example, or and start trying, because Page of Pentacles is much like Eight of Pentacles. It's putting in a lot of effort into things and trying to be the best version of yourself, and trying to actually accomplish something. Really concentrate on your task, and it's focus on one thing, even if it's maybe you love someone and you can't be close to them, for example, and you you don't run around with other people as long as you love that person, because you're focused on one. I don't say that you have to do this. I just try to make an example so you can envision this in your head. It's also if you wanted a certain kind of job, but you is always like offered other types of job that's not really what you want. It's not like to the highest of your expectations. It's kind of a bad compromise. Then you say, no, I won't give up on my dream. I will still have this, what I want. So it's kind of getting back this self-esteem and actually thinking that you can make it. This is a seed. This is a new beginning. It's something that you put your heart to and mind to, and you will see it manifest with time. It's a very willingness. It's being very pure and honest. Maybe it's someone that prior couldn't really try to sit on their high horses and see down on other people, but now, and because they themselves didn't want to try, so they could instead like telling other people, well, that won't ever work, it will go to, you know, H, and but this, then they can have a change of heart and saying, okay, I will try me myself as well. I will also try. I will see if I can make it. So they stop complaining on others and actually trying to make it themselves after have gone through this kind of emotional state maybe, and had a change of heart, that they want to actually, instead of hoping that other will fail, and they will try to succeed themselves instead. Try to, because if you hope that other people will fail, it's because you are a jealous person that doesn't want to, you don't think that you can make it on your own. It's kind of the Seven of Swords, not having enough confidence to make the things that you want in your life happen. And then it's easier to kind of go around pointing to others that they will fail, when instead of trying yourself and having this fear of failing, and it can actually happen, but as I said, it's just practice, experience, try again. So it's a very beautiful spread. It's very stable. It's something that wants to be manifested here, but it's a bit of resistance with bad confidence, a bit of fear, a bit of being unsupported and things like this. But it's going to go really well. This it's a beautiful creation process, is what I'm seeing, to make a new stability in your life. And here you have an Ace of Cups, so you don't even, you not only have a new beginning with willpower, like this is what I want to create. It seems to be a new beginning also when it comes to love, and it comes underneath 10 of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands here. So it's some new thing, a place of value where you can get your needs met, and it's kind of very hopeful. And it's a very beautiful picture of your emotions being able to roam freely, as we said here, both good and bad. The bad is not destroying this picture, it's just information. Information is, it's going to look the same, the content can be different. Sometimes it can be very happy, very sad, but it's the same coin, just different side of it. So even if it comes really sad things here, it won't destroy this beautiful picture. If it comes sadness and sorrow and a lot of things, this picture will still be so beautiful. This is still your source. But if you stop the feeling, if you try to not feel it, then this is what you will have instead, like a desert, because the water will stop running and everything will die. So as long as you can be able to let your feelings run freely, there is always second chances, because there's always hope, and you have always this beautiful, beautiful connection with your source and with the divine, and take all the information as they come, even if they are ambulance, sirens. I guess I say it wrong, but I hope you know what I mean. When ambulance come, it sounds... And sometimes pain can sound really loud in your body and frighten you, but it's just information, warning signals even. So here you have a Two of Cups. So something that you might have been working on for a long time, a beautiful relationship, or your own personality. You have been trying to be a better version of yourself all the time, but it ended in some way. You got hopeless, there was a breakup, you lost your job, whatever, but now it's coming a new chance here. It looks like the same thing might reappear, might come again. It's a new love, but it might be just a new quality, but the same person, because of the 8. 8 is eternity symbol, so it's things returning. And you also have the 6 of Cups, that's kind of someone returning. And you have 2 cards for relationship here, and this is also a card for beautiful relationship, but it's very sweet and innocent, in a beautiful state. This is more stability. It's more like you're tying up with someone or making contract with something. You see the ribbons, the here, and this binding those people together. It's some, those bonds that you have with certain kind of people. So it might be a marriage. It might be some kind of engagement here. It might be, as I said, a new house, or a new kind of stability, new work that's going on. And it's very much emotions going around here. But it's also a very new, beautiful start coming for you also when it comes to love and relationship and things like this. So the next card here is Justice. So justice sometimes is the opposite of marriage. It can be a divorce. But for me, it seems here like it's it's a law here coming in with something really straight. Like you need to see to that your inner child gets the stability they need if you're going to be able to move on. If you don't consider your own feeling, take care of your inner child, give them stability and the love that they need, even if it has to come from yourself, you won't be able to move on with what you want in the future. It's a no-go. You need to do this. You need to align yourself with yourself. What you want in your inner core, in your heart, in your like center, needs to be what you're working on your outside as well. You can't split yourself trying to be logical and think what I believe in my inner core is not what's going to happen. I won't have any hope with that, because it's hopeless. You need to align yourself with your inner core, with your innermost desires, to be able to pass through justice. Justice is balance, and it's kind of non-optional. So it's a tough card. The other cards is more like negotiable. You can okay, you will have a lot of being over emotional maybe, and have a little like people not working for your favor, but this is divine law. You won't be able to pass through here if you're not aligning yourself with the truth of you. You need to give yourself, your inner child, stability, and believe what your inner naive child believes. It's kind of hard, I understand this, but you see here the rewards will be abundant. This is your inner child actually being, for the first time ever, maybe listened to for real. Like if you would have grown-ups when you were little, that actually took your feelings for like something valuable and listen to you, and okay, say yes, okay, we will change the situation so it will feel right for you. So you see, I have been through here really trying to study your emotions, really digging deep here with your attention, with this wand, this willpower of you want to have a new beginning. You don't want to do the same kind of thing that you have done in the past. It's got to be new now. You want to have a new start, and here it comes. It's like a tsunami wave of feelings, but she is happy. Finally someone's listening to me. Finally I'm being heard. Finally someone is aligning with what I feel. So it's kind of these emotions that's come. It's kind of a relief that finally someone is listening, and that someone ought to be yourself. It ought to be yourself. You need to align yourself with your inner core, with what it wants. See to that it get it, but try to protect it during the time where you're trying to manifest this. So don't adventure your inner child, but try to give it what it wants to have, because it's a soul energy on earth. It's put here, it's planted here for a reason. You see those two children here, they are planted here for a reason. You have those two here as well. So it might be that you are working together with another person that also need to hear their inner child, and might not have been able to. So it's finally, you were planted here like this soul, in with a certain aim, and the core of you, what you want in your core, even if it's a crazy like thing that you don't ever think that you will accomplish, you need to align yourself with that. Shoot for the stars to reach to the treetops. So and protect your inner child as the time goes. Also, don't be reckless with your inner child, but stability and responsibility and love. And here you have the magician. So magician is of course this creative process, again with a wand, but instead of searching for what you fear, you now can focus on what you really want. And that's a beautiful thing, because if you can concentrate on what you really want, you can get it, and easily, because this you have nothing that stops your creation process anymore. No bad luck ravens on your shoulder saying that everything is going to go wrong. Not you being scared of your future and not want to have hope, because if it goes wrong you won't be able to rise again. Have as much hope as you can and fall as many times as you need, and then rise up and continue towards your goal. Don't ever give up. It's not hopeless. It's going to be more and more hopeful the more you can align yourself with what your inner child wants. So it's divine law in action here, forcing you to align yourself with your inner child. So it's a very beautiful spread. It's a very beautiful mission that you have, to actually believe in your dreams. So do this. We'll see if we can get some more advices for that, to reach for your inner dream. Align yourself with your inner dream, no matter how crazy it is, because it's your inner dream, and it's why you came to have this dream and fulfill it. So we are creators, we are not spectators. Okay, so we have two things that's they kind of have the same goal, but the Lady of the Gift, it's a person that's is giving. It's like giving 10% of everything, to kind of sacrifice a bit for others. It's an old thing that has been going on since the time of the Bible, and it's this it's kind of a law that you need to give out to be able to receive. So it's kind of not being cold anymore. It's kind of risking things, not being like smart and schmug and logic and trying to avoid all dangers, but actually giving yourself into the play and really focus on giving of yourself, being your vulnerable self. Because you see here, she is the Lady of the Gift, so she's the giver, but she has frozen down to ice because of how human has been for a very long time. Like, try to always think very logical, try to just take the most secure step forward, always thinking like 100 times on what you're doing. Now it's a time to be totally unconditionally in giving, and like giving 100% in what you want, and don't hesitate, don't freeze down yourself to ice, don't take things so cautiously. Take care, of course, your inner child. We have this castle here again. It's this really central. It's your inner universe, the thing that you want to explore and also be more and more aware of for every day that goes by. So you have a stability always. You're a profound spirit here on earth, but you were not here to make yourself small. You were here to a complete greatness, and greatness could be in any kind of way, like being a great teacher or being a great wife or husband or being a great parent. It doesn't have to be, you know, traveling to the moon, but it needs to be aligned with your inner child, what you really want in your core, and try to start being abundant with that instead of being cautious and like this person always thinking that everything will go wrong. So here we have the High Lady of Love and Compassion, perseverance, kindness, consideration. So that's actually what comes out of giving, love. It's a very beautiful card about love and taking care of others and being vulnerable and unconditional and giving out in a very harmony and very beautiful way. So it's very aligned with your inner children here, kind of why they came. This is the feminine pages, like the Pentacles, Earth, and the Cups, that is water. You also have a very male pure energy. This is pure water, pure earth. Here you also have pure water. Here you have pure fire, that the masculine energy wants to accomplish something, want to reach a goal, but in the same time always be very considerate and compassionate with your surroundings. So don't step over corpse to go where you want to go. Always be outgiving and vulnerable and pure and honest, and still be strong and stable and take care of yourself. It's not contradiction. It's actually, if you think of highly developed persons that we have seen here on Earth, they have been both strong and vulnerable, both loving and really respectable. Okay, so High Priestess or Priestesses and love life. So it seems very happy for your love life right now. You both have the High Lady of Love and Compassion, that's for love, and also a love life. Sorry, like this. So it's very hopeful for your love life right now. You also have the Ace of Cups and Two of Cups, but you need to dare to dream. You need to dare to use your intuition to feel in your inner core what you really want and what you want to strive towards, because it's not you can't be halfy with this. You can't go and be secretive and hold back, and you need to be very truthful about what you feel. If you want to accomplish love in your life, you need to show people that you're open for business and what you really want, and you don't need to lie about what you feel. You just need to be very clear of what you want. And this can be, of course, two different things. If you feel love for someone, but they are not giving it in the way that you want, or not the support that you need to be very clear with what kind of support you want. So be very, listen to yourself. Have yourself as your highest authority when it comes to love. Don't try to alter yourself or fix yourself, or maybe you can do this together with your partner. To fix yourself, it's needed, like working personal growth, but then it's about talking, it's about vulnerability, it's about opening up to one another, and both need to do this in this case. And this talk, explaining how you really feel in the core of your being, can be very liberating and actually fulfill your dreams here with the Magician. But it's need to be very truthful. You have the Justice here, so it's kind of it's non-optional as with the High Priestess. It's kind of, you need to use what you know. You can't hide away anymore. You need to be very truthful and honest with what you feel here. So, okay, my dear Pisces, thank you for all of you watching, liking and subscribing to my videos, and thank you for all the beautiful comments. I may not have time to answer everyone, but I'm really happy and joyful when I'm reading it, and sometimes always also tearing up. And if you have said something nice, I may not answer, because it's hard to come up with new gratitudes. Just know that I'm grateful and really happy about those messages. It's warming my heart. And if it's comments that need to be commented on, I try to do this, okay? So take really good care, and I hope to see you again in the beginning of December. Bye bye.